How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today we're taking a look at Workhorse, and it's been a while since I've really looked at them in depth, but they've had a nice run up over the last 6 months or so. As you can see here, they were $1.75, and they're up to about $15 right now. They have dipped a little bit throughout the day, but that is somewhat normal for a stock that's gone up this much over the last couple months. So we're going to get into the news that came out today about them being able to be eligible for some new credits and some new vouchers in California and how this might affect them going forward. We're also going to take a look at their balance sheet again and kind of look at some other news that's been coming out with another big investor buying more shares of Workhorse. So before we get into it, if you don't mind hitting the like button, it really helps out the channel. Please subscribe so you can get more of these videos because we're getting close to 4,000 subscribers. My birthday is next month and I'm hoping to hit 5,000 by that mark at the end of August. So thank you guys so much. And if you do want to start investing, there are links down there to get some free shares with WeBull. You can get 2 free stocks, one worth up to $1,400 as long as you deposit $100 or more. So looking at Workhorse today, it is up massively over the last couple months, but down today. There was some news that came out just recently about how Workhorse lands key designation from CARB on heels of runway rally. So today it came out that they became eligible for the hybrid and zero emissions truck and bus voucher incentive program through California Air Resources Board. So that's a mouthful. But what that means is their C1000 and their C650 and their C650 standard were able to become eligible for monetary vouchers of up to $50,000 per vehicle. So this is a massive amount. It says here that it's currently withholding additional voucher requests until fall of 2020, but then it will remain on the eligible vehicle list until additional funding has been designated for the program. So what does this mean? This means that companies that buy these Workhorse trucks should be able to get some of these vouchers, and it's for anyone domiciled in the state of California. So anyone that resides in the state of California should be eligible for these vouchers of up to $50,000 per vehicle. Now, what this means, how much do they actually get? It says up to $50,000. We don't really know, but the cost savings should be somewhat significant because the average cost for these vehicles is usually right around $50,000. Now, from their investor presentation, we can see that they should start, it says e-gen versus gas, it should start right around $50,000 to $55,000. And this is a significant saving. So if they are able to save even 5, 10, 15%, this will really help them versus these other companies and these other gas-powered cars. Now, if you don't know what Workhorse does, I should back up a little bit. They're making these last mile vehicles that help you bring your packages from wherever the post office is to your house. Now, Workhorse specifically is working on a major USPS contract that could be massive for the company. It's up to $8 billion. It's up to an $8 billion market opportunity. And just looking at the different companies that could be customers of this brand, you have FedEx, UPS, Amazon, Walmart, a bunch of other retail stores that deliver. Anyone that really delivers packages would be able to buy these trucks. And for a lot of companies, this savings of up to $50,000 per vehicle, but even if it's just $5,000 or $10,000 per vehicle in California, that's massive, right? So if you're a small company, a lot of the time it's hard to be able to get the amount of money just to invest in one of these vehicles. So if you can make it $5,000 or $10,000 cheaper, that's massive. You can also look at some of these larger companies. If they're buying 1,000 or 2,000 of these vehicles, that is a massive savings that they can get from $5,000 a vehicle. I mean, I kind of think of Tesla, right? So a lot of people in California buy Teslas. A lot of them had bought them a couple years ago because they have massive incentive programs through the state. So, for example, Graham Stephan did a video where he got a Tesla for, I think it was $67 a month. And this is massive cost savings, right? So he got a bunch of tax incentives back, and it barely cost him anything to invest in the vehicle. Now, if you can get something like that through this new Workhorse truck, that's going to be massive. Not only that, but you also save throughout the time that you own the vehicle. So they show here the cost of the Workhorse truck versus one of these $2.50 a gallon gas-powered vehicles. And these gas-powered vehicles, they say, start right around maybe 40,000, and then it costs 304,000 throughout the first 20 years, compared to these e-gen or these electric generation vehicles where they might cost 55,000 to start, and you have to put in some maintenance throughout the 20 years, about 57,000, but it's very cheap for the fuel. So it costs about $170,000 less throughout the 20 years. So it's a cost savings of over 100%. So it's less than half the cost. So that is just a massive opportunity for these companies to be able to save not only on the front end, but also on the back end now. Now, that's not the only exciting news. Ark Invest, which is a pretty well-known investing company now, so they have really made a name for themselves in new innovative technologies and just being able to disrupt the stock market and being able to buy disruptive companies. They have bought a sizable share in Workhorse. They recently sold some of their Tesla shares, and they were able to buy about $6 million worth of Workhorse. Now, this might not seem like a lot because they are a pretty massive company, but for them to include them, I think is a good thing going forward. They're saying that they're disruptive. They're saying that they see value in the company and in the stock, and they were able to call Tesla out. They're one of the biggest bulls on Tesla, so they think that they're going up to massive numbers like $7,000 a share, $14,000 a share in the next 5 to 10 years. So the fact that they believe in Workhorse and the fact that they are putting some of their money in Workhorse is a good sign. Now, just looking at Workhorse in general, at their balance sheet and income statement here, their revenues have been all over the place, from 100,000 up to 10 million and back down. They are a publicly traded company and have been publicly traded for a while. So the fact that they are all across the board is something to take into consideration when you're buying this company. Now, their net income has been negative for the last 5 years. So as of the last report, they have about $17 million in cash, which is pretty significant for the fact that they have barely any revenue. And their current liabilities are about $39 million. Now, for me, that doesn't seem like it's that big a deal, because if they want to, they could issue more shares. Their price has gone up a lot recently, so I realize that it would dilute the share price, but they also need to be able to expand and grow and be able to produce these vehicles. So I would understand that. Their market cap is $1.7 billion. So take that into consideration for the fact that they barely have any revenue right now. So it really is kind of a roll of the dice what you're going to get out of this, because while they do have a lot of opportunity in front of them, they also don't have a huge track record. So they have great technology now, but they can't show 5 to 10 years of steady growth or anything like that. They are a company that you're betting on a little bit more than the normal company that I would invest in. So then comes the question, am I going to invest? I don't believe that I'm going to invest in this company yet. I know a lot of people that have watched my videos are investing in Workhorse. A lot of them are investing in other EV companies like NIO or Tesla. I personally only own Tesla in this space, so I don't own any other electric vehicle companies. I don't own Nikola or anything like that either. But I'm cautiously optimistic about Workhorse. I think that just the fact that they got these vouchers is going to be huge. I think that they're going to be able to do a lot of business in California, but what that looks like right now, I don't really know. I don't know how much profit there is to make in California. There is an $18 billion opportunity for the entire space in America. So from California over to Maine and over to Florida, the whole United States, they say that there's $18 billion a year. But they're already a $1.7 billion company, so I don't know how much of that comes from California and how much comes from other states that might not be as interested in buying these Workhorse Group trucks. But I'm cautiously optimistic, because if they're able to make $100 million in net income over the next 5 to 10 years, I think that they're going to grow a significant amount in share price. But that comes with a lot of scaling, that comes with share dilution. I just want to see something steadier than what Workhorse is right now. And unfortunately, I can't bank on them being a steady company over the next 5 to 10 years. So if you are interested in buying a Workhorse, I think that it could be a great opportunity. But right now, I'm just not comfortable enough to put my hard-earned money into it. So let me know what you guys think down below. I'd be interested in hearing, are you bullish on Workhorse? Are you bullish on some of these other EV companies? I hope you like this and were able to take some of this information and research it yourself. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a professional. I just really like talking and learning about stocks. So I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Again, those links are down below if you want to start investing with WeBull. So again, you get 2 free stocks and you can get one worth up to $1,400 if you deposit $100 or more. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.